Hello everyone, John88 here with another Star Wars figures review. This one's a little iffy because I'm just reviewing the Blurrg because I didn't need another Mandalorian. This is the this is pretty much what you get for the Mandalorian in this set. It's pretty much this exact body with a different shoulder piece, and he's got soft goods. This guy had soft goods on him. Because I took it off one of my other Mandalorians, but I took it off to put it back on the other one, I guess. But that's that. Mandalorian is still inside the box. Nice box. There he is. Vintage collection Mandalorian carded inside. Still. But yeah, that's all the accessories and whatnot. I mean, it was kind of a crapshoot with this one as far as the pack-in figure, because they probably didn't feel like the Blurrg itself would sell as well as if it came with a figure, carded figure, because you got to get all those carded collectors in on it. But I've got a Mimban Trooper on there because a Blurrg just seems like something that the Empire would ride on some remote planet, just like Dewbacks or something. So, got one riding a Blurrg here, and he's fine. He didn't need updated hips. These hips weren't good on it. It's nice to have the updated barbell hips on the Mandalorian, but it's not 100% necessary to sit a figure on the Blurrg. And speaking of the Blurrg, it is missing a leg now. That's like one little gripe, is that the legs will pop off, but it's better than it breaking off, I suppose. Because it's something that I was very surprised by when I first got it, was how good the articulation is, because it goes like all the way, like it goes like a good ways out. So you can get it in like a really like wide stance, which is really nice if they're like fighting or something. I was really happy that they actually put like rocker ankles on it, which is great, because you rarely see that on, especially like Hasbro creatures. I mean, they haven't done one in a while, but I think just creatures in general, it's been kind of a new thing where a lot of companies have been doing like rocker ankles on them. But I do think that it was nice that Hasbro didn't cheap out with that. Like they could have. I've reviewed a couple like Mattel Hammond collection figures on here, and sometimes they just like don't even give them like, and like they skip out on some of the like articulation, which is frustrating. And they did kind of skip out on the arms here, but it's not like terrible. I mean, you can still get them in some interesting poses, and they do go nice and tight against the body, which is nice. The mouth articulates awesomely. It's wicked wide. Got the tons of detail in it. Like, it looks great, and it looks like it's like wet too because of the plastic that they used. One thing that I really loved is the eyes. They put like, it's like a gloss finish on them, so they're like these big glassy eyes. It's really nice. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's got like a nice little weathering to it. Nothing too crazy. It does like look like skin. Yeah, the body itself is a little shinier than like the legs and the tail. If that really bothered you, you could definitely hit it with like a mat to dull it down a little bit. But just cover the eyes because you want those nice glossy eyes. Yeah, and you can take everything off of it, which is awesome. Mouth closes pretty good. And this piece can also come off. They put like a little hole in the bottom so it like stays secured a little better. And you can take it all off. It comes off nice and easy. And yeah, looks fantastic. Tail moves pretty good. It'd been cool if it was like a bendy wire tail. They do that in the Hammond collection a lot. But, who knows how long those bendy wire tails are going to last. So, at least this is a nice, solid piece. It's not going to be like ripping at any of the like mold points or anything like that. And yeah, overall, I really love this figure. I hope, I know some people are like, oh, repack it with Queel, but it's not gonna sell. I know it's a shame. If it came out when the show was going, it'd be different, but Queel's been gone from our TV screens for, what was it, probably like 5 years now or so. And it would just, he came out later than he should have and peg warmed, unfortunately. And if you put him with one of these, he'd probably just peg warm some more. But I mean, they could single pack this, I think. Put it in like Disney parks or something. Who knows? Yeah, looks good straight on. I'd say it would have been kind of nice if they didn't have the seam line running like through the middle of its like head, because it does kind of like, at certain points you can see it a little bit. I think it would have probably benefited a little bit to even do the seam line like, I don't know, through the middle or something to kind of hide it a little better. But it's not like glaring. It does fit together nice. And the teeth and stuff, they're like a separate piece. So they're not like, you don't have to worry about weird paint jobs and stuff like that. Because again, Hammond collection, it's hit or miss as far as like how they do the teeth. I think newer ones, they're doing them like this. But yeah, this is a great little release. Would be kind of cool to get like, I don't know, a different colorway maybe, like something that's a little more Clone Wars, which would be cool. Like release one, and I'm sure Clone Troopers wrote them. I don't remember the episode exactly, but you could probably re-release this with like a Clone Trooper or something, and that'd be a perfect army builder. You get more Blurrgs and you get extra Clone Troopers. Win-win. Probably just do like a different saddle for it or something. But I think that would be a fantastic idea to get the Blurrg out there some more. And also, I did get this at the $24.99 price that Amazon mistakenly put up at first. I happened to be one of like the early birds that snagged that price, and they didn't adjust it, which was awesome. Because I think, while $24.99 is obviously like way too, like I think $30 would have probably been like a great price point for this set, but I think 40 is pushing it a little bit if you ask me. But that's me being cheap. I'm sure for some people it was a perfect price point. Was it? Was it perfect for you? Did you get the Blurrg? Did you get the Blurrg? The Blurrg wants to know if you got the Blurrg. And I'd like to know, did you get it? Let me know in the comments. Are you satisfied with this newest beast to our collections? They'll definitely go great when we get our Tatooine everything that's coming out. They'll fit right in, and the any kind of diorama or setup you're doing for the cantina or something like that. There'll be stand-ins for the dewback, because we can just cross our fingers now. Let's hope they give us a new dewback. That would be sweet. That would be very cool. I support that, Hasbro. You can do that, and we will, buy them as long as they're not like $100. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, new dewback. Let's say. I want to say 50, but they'd probably 60 would probably be the cheapest they could do it at. But it would probably be a fantastic beast to add to our collections because of just how they're making things these days. They're just so good. So yeah, I think that's gonna about do it for the Blurrg. Again, I just opened it and took my Blurrg out and my Mando. I'm probably gonna sell them online or something. Yeah, that's just me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Go follow me over on Instagram as well. JohnRunner88 over there as well. And I think that's going to about do it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.